Neshoba, Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Otis.
Hey.
You were dragging this morning. What's up with you?
Just a little bit. Boy, Amy woke me up. You got to get up. What are you still doing here when I get up? I'm like, ruh-roh, Raggy.
You can't be doing that, Otis. You got to get up early, have coffee, know what's happening in the world.
5 o'clock, I get up. Not today.
That would be like, that's what I do on a Saturday when I consider it sleeping late, 4:35.
Yeah, you get up at 3.
It just doesn't make
You didn't go to bed till 11.
Yeah. Well, I missed a call. I guess it was the heat from the Neshoba County Fair. When I sat down, I was...
You got that red dirt in your lungs.
My little fingers was twitching in my sleep. Boy, it's hot at the fair, y'all. Today is going to be no different, as we'll see heat indexes reach 107, 109, somewhere along in there. It's going to be hot at the Neshoba County Fair. A lot of speaking went on. We'll take a look at all of that, of who spoke yesterday. We'll talk about things that went thump in the middle of the night. A few things. Some went, you know how the Dodgers try to... We had somebody borrow something last night they shouldn't have. You know, it's a lot of borrowing that goes on. That, and again, this is the crime that I have so much trouble tracking, of finding out what has actually been stolen. We had one yesterday, and I ain't got all the details. I just know it was a little black car. A guy went to the parking garage in Meridain, had a meeting that he had to go to. He'd come out at 4:30, and he no longer had a car.
From the parking garage?
Yep. He sent me a text last night, and he said, "Well, I got my son on this."
Well, they've got cameras all over that, so that should be easy.
Should be. So we'll see. But that's just another example. And how many times does this happen that I'm not even aware of it? Because if I don't know to ask and get details of this, then it's not going to be brought up. It's just one of those things that just kind of happen. And you would almost think we're Houston, Texas when it comes to stolen cars. They're either chopping them or hiding them and using them for crimes later. That is done more so than you think. But, you know, and this was his little beater car, and I ain't talking about it. I'd tell him that if he was sitting here by me, that he uses this as a little...
I used to have a little beater run around.
Yeah, that's what he uses it for, work. And if it were to, I guess, get stolen, well...
So that was his Meridian car.
That was it. It wasn't his Saturday night car. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Most people's got a beater car. I got one from Meridian.
We may have started a new language here. But that did happen, and we'll try to stay on top of that and find out more about it. If it can happen to one person, it can happen to another. Yeah. Is my point on all that. The parking garage is a great place. Sometimes people throw bricks and damage AT&T cars. Oops. I don't understand why people want to harm other people's property. If they had to work to pay for that, and then they had to suffer the consequences, maybe they wouldn't do it again. Like if you damage someone's car, like they done that to those people that AT&T, and they had to work and pay back every dollar of the damage that was done to those cars, they probably wouldn't do it again. Just saying.
I mean, that's the way it should be. While you're doing your time, you have a little work that you've got to do until you earn enough money to pay for the repairs you have caused.
Speaking of, I'm going to make you put on a different hat. Hunter Morgan is with us here. Put on your business hat as an owner. I know that you've been broken into before.
Several times. Especially last year. Last year it was pretty rough. It was five times. They hit me for about $38,000 over the course of the year.
$38,000. And that was my next question.
But we got them the last time.
Yeah, yes, you did.
I will say we did get them the last time. The trial's coming up pretty quick. So, But you said you sleep. I didn't know you slept. I mean, it's kind of a myth, you know. Kind of like a mythical creature. I didn't know you went to sleep.
Last night got me. I'm telling you, that heat. I didn't get enough aero condition. We got a lot of pictures from up there, but that heat got me yesterday.
It's rough.
And I feel for all those people that go to the Neshoba County Fair and work this you got to get used to it.
Oh yeah, and this heat come quick this year, so it wasn't any working around getting used to this.
As I was riding around with the sheriff's department on the golf cart with the wind blowing in my face, and I thought, man, this is nice. And I passed those guys picking up the garbage, and I thought, woof, I feel for y'all.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that used to volunteer to ride the ice truck to deliver ice.
They don't do that no more.
It's all water.
Every now and then the door opens and a head pops out. They're inside there.
There it is.
That's some work that goes on. And do y'all realize that this probably the amount of people that are there, you know, at its peak during the daytime could be anywhere from 20 to 25,000 people at the show. That is a lot of folks.
That's a lot of folks. Well, when Don Jr. spoke 8 years ago, there was probably 12, 15,000 people sitting in the stands. And the reason there wasn't any more is because there was no more room for them. And he looked out going, y'all, look at the crowd. Y'all, it's hot.
And I don't know what the crowd was back when Reagan made it there, but I'm sure.
Oh, it was packed.
It was packed. Hey, have y'all ever seen something you wish you hadn't watched after you saw it?
100%.
You ever been on Facebook and you're scrolling down and you think, and you pause for a second, then you go, ooh.
Why?
And I'm going to go ahead and say this because I want to warn you so you won't watch it. Miranda Lambert.
Oh.
Now, you know everybody's fixing to go watch it, right?
Have you seen it?
No, but but whatever you fix to say, everybody's fixing to be like, all right, I got to go see it.
Do not do it.
Really? I thought she was good easy to look at.
Well, she's been kind of stopping off for Twinkies lately. Oh. I ain't saying she's ugly. I'm just saying I didn't want to see it. But Hunter, she went on stage in this little bitty skirt. And apparently...
It didn't fit.
Well, no. It didn't fit. You're right. But apparently she got dressed in a real big hurry and forgot her underwears.
Oh.
And
Lord,
it is her hiney is that's the best way to work. Her hiney is showing all over stage, and I just. After you see it, you'll go, don't do that again.
if you can watch the Google Analytics right now, the most searched thing in Meridian and Lauderdale County is Miranda Lambert's rear end. You know,
but I mean and there's another one. I think TMZ has a blur on it. But I honestly didn't know that's what it was. It was she walks out on stage wearing her cowboy hat and this skirt. And I'm sitting there watching her and thinking
that's what reeled you in.
And then she turned and I went, oh. Man, I can't take that back. So
Blue moon.
Keep on shining. She was a shining on stage. It's not one of those views to where it's just dirty or it's just she's showing her honey.
Now, she was married to Blake Shelton.
She was.
Yeah.
I wonder what Blake thought about that. You know,
Well,
he was probably like, man.
Yeah, that'd be embarrassing. Even as an ex, that would be embarrassing. But, you know, she took him... when I first met Blake, he was married to a girl that was his road manager. And then he went on tour with Miranda, and she took him from that wife. And then he got taken by, what's her name, while he was on The Voice. No, wait a minute. She done something.
Yeah. She, I forgot what she did, but y'all brought him here to Meridian, Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
What year was it?
I'm trying to think.
Right,
he was with Joe Nichols.
Yep. I remember that. Was it early 2000s?
Yeah, it was early 2000s.
2002.
The Ag Center?
Yeah, it was at the Ag Center because I brought Charlie Daniels in 01.
That was all
wow.
Seymour stuff.
No, that wasn't a Seymour. That was all Scotty Ray.
Oh.
That's not Scotty Ray.
Okay.
Seymour didn't have nothing to do with that. But
Was that right? That was right around the time Jason Aldean came to Meridian too. We had some big names in like a few year span right there.
we put Jason Aldean underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that.
That was a heck of a deal.
6,000 people were in there that night, and it was packed. And he went out on the town afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He went to every local bar, talked. Nice fella. And I'm trying to remember who the opening act was. Was it? No, that was with Craig Morgan. I can't remember who the opening act. And before I quit, do y'all know the story of that? Who we had signed to come? It was Taylor Swift at the time.
That was before that was her first. I do remember the story. Yeah, that was her first album. She just kind of hit it big.
Yeah.
She's from Alabama.
Sure.
And actually, one of my coaches, not one of my coaches, but a teacher from Clarkdale remembers her when he was fixing to graduate and she was coming up through school. So it was a weird local connection around Meridian to her. You know, that was before she went all, whatever you call it when you go to Hollywood and lose your touch with, your roots and all that.
And, it was one of those things of I had so many things going on, but I will not work for an atheist. And I resigned, I'll say that. And me and that old boy just didn't get along. And I felt it best that I go on my merry way, and I left in the night. Bye, see you, and I never talked to him again. And that's just the way it was. And that wasn't where I stayed for all those years. There was another company that had switched that other group after they had sold. But you got to stand your ground, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
As Aaron said, you'll fall for anything, won't you?
That's right.
But that was back in that. We had a lot of talent roll through Meridian, and y'all are the folks that kind of in charge of the talent nowadays. And thank goodness it's on y'all's shoulders and not me worrying.
Oh, come on, Paul. We'll put a little bit on your shoulders, man. It's plenty to go around. I promise you.
Concerts are so much fun, and they bring excitement to a town when a star comes to town, getting to see somebody in person. It's important. It truly is. We're going to find out more about the Jimmy Rogers Foundation as Elena has been she's officially it now.
She is the cheese.
She's the head cheese.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Up.
We'll be right back.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we welcome in a big morning. We've got a lot going on here today as we get back from the Neshoba County Fair. Overnight, let's talk about something that happened. I mentioned a moment ago about things that get stole in the middle of the night. Meridian Police Department was all over it this morning. One arrested for stealing a FedEx truck. You can't be doing that. Now, the problem with this thief not knowing is he stole it from the wrong place, Odie. It was in the mechanic shop, so it had no inventory on the truck.
Oh, well.
And never steal a vehicle that's being worked on. You don't know how far you'll get.
What I wonder what their thought process was right there. Like, it's got FedEx on the side of it. I mean, like, where are you going to hide a FedEx truck?
It sticks out like a sore thumb.
They're like, we're missing a FedEx truck. Okay, well, we'll pick the one from the 10 that's riding around, and we'll see if they're stolen this morning.
And I'm going to go get one.
They're not thinking. Well, it's like the track code that y'all was talking about on Monday. I mean, all you got to do is walk in the paved road and look for the marks
Tracks.
in the road. I mean, these are the stupid criminals.
Exactly. It was found this morning. 43rd Avenue and Paulding Street is where the chase, I guess you could say, came to an end, and the handcuffs would come out. And off to get a nice ride with air conditioning all the way downtown. Now, we can't guarantee that if the air is going to be working in your 4x6 that you get to spend a little time in. Yeah. My.
You might need to quit a little bit. They might want to quit doing crimes. If it's quit making them like Holiday Inns,
You mean like a tent with pink underwear and one little isolating
a lot of people was really upset about that guy. I was a huge supporter of that guy out there in Arizona. I was like, absolutely. Because guess what? Their crime rate went way down because they were like, oh my goodness, we fix have to go work like a chain gang or something.
Yeah. And the cost of the jail dropped tremendously. Talk about saving money.
Yeah.
Was it Sheriff Joe or was this somebody after Sheriff Joe?
Sheriff
Joe.
Yeah, man, he was serious about crime, wasn't he?
Yeah, and like out in Arizona, my grandparents, they travel, so they actually brought us back a pair of the pink because they actually was selling it in like gift shops. Like it was a thing. It was like a whole movement out that way.
And they asked him why pink, and he said because we got a better deal buying it in bulk from the manufacturer. It was cheaper.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And you know, another thing that then we've just got some softies in America. But there was a point in time to where if you grow your own food at these places, well, it cuts back on cost and teaches somebody a lesson as well. A little hard work won't kill you. And that's what it's all about there. Yeah. Getting a new attitude adjustment when you go there. Now, as we mentioned, concerts and the Jimmy Rogers Festival, Elena has just been elected to the top position, or is it elected or voted on? How do you word that?
I feel like it's almost a gift. We'll call it a gift. How about that? But no, it was you could say elected, appointed, because she was on our board. She had to go through the same process everybody else went through. We had several qualified applicants, and what it came down to was just background. She's a musician by trade, and this is all about musicians and legacies and stuff. So she's bringing the tying it all together. Finally, we're getting it all tied together. So,
how's it feel?
It feels good. It feels good to get organized the way I want to organize. We have a few checking accounts. We've got our foundation, our museum, our festival. They're all on a spreadsheet. They're all reconciled the way I need to see it with a budget. And so the music part of it too. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get more education going, and we are a music festival, and we do need the donations, but we don't always want to just be like, we're a music festival, give us money. It's important. It's important to our culture, but we're here to give back more.
You kind of got thrown into the fire the last, what was it, the 3 weeks before the show, something like that? Six.
Yeah.
And you talking about these musicians and stuff coming in, I'm better with the logistic end of it. She's better with keeping the musicians calm because they're divas, all of them. They I don't want my green M&Ms touching my red M&Ms. You have to separate those.
Have you been reading a Sammy Kershaw writer?
No.
I'm
the
serious.
writers are a lot of fun.
These people are crazy. We had last year, we had one of them come in. They were all vegans, which is fine, not a problem. But in Meridian, we don't have to able to go get 8 locally brewed beers. We was able to get with the brewing company and get 2, but they was all mad because they didn't have their full 8.
And just from my side of the room, as we've talked, and do not be scared to do this, because they, at the end of the day, they want the money. Don't be scared to take your ink pen like I used to do because you will spend more on the rider if you're not careful.
I can't wait.
And you just, when they ask for this, you go line through it and put your initial beside it, and they got it, and just go down through there. Yeah. The greatest people that I ever booked, and I'm telling you, they were good, was Montgomery Gentry. When we done the contract, when it got to the food, they said, we don't care. Feed us. We're hungry. Home cooking food. We'll be happy. We want 2 things. And I said, okay, what is that? We want a carton of cigarettes each, and we would like a 5th each. And I said, deal. And it was over. They were simple.
They were really excited. Some of them. Now, we did have some vegetarians and vegans, but some of those guys, the old 60 boys, were precious, and they were like, we are in the South now. We are eating good. And Jake Worthington said that is the best green room food we've ever had. So Meridian, we're known for our hospitality, and we're really proud of that.
Yeah, like the Red Clay Strays last year, they were the easiest riders, and they had their wives, and they went as far as videoed, everything and sending off to their production companies, just bragging on how good everything was, and bragging about Meridian and everything.
That makes us feel good.
So the big names here the last couple of years have been easier to deal with us. And it's the openers and stuff. They want to be bigger than what they are. So they're like, we can only have this certain beer because beer's not beer.
Well, bring it with you.
Oh no, they can't bring it. You got to provide it. They want to walk in the room and it's like doves and stuff flying out of the corner.
Chilled to 32 degrees.
Well, when I see those tour buses show up at 6:30, they called me. They wanted to know, where do we park? And I said, I'll be there in just a minute. This was Friday of the festival. I showed up and I thought, these boys are on a tour bus. I'm going to get them some Chick-fil-A. And they were so thankful. And it's just a little small thing that we can do. Like, Mississippi gets hospitality right.
Absolutely.
And can't nobody say a Chick-fil-A. Them little biscuits, y'all.
Man, we're sad.
Oh,
The minis, isn't that what it's called?
yeah,
Yeah.
the chicken mini.
Yeah.
And the fruit bowls are good.
Trying to slip by as much as I can.
We got a new Chick-fil-A coming up 3 miles from the other Chick-fil-A.
What?
Yes, right there in front of the
Got that
courthouse.
big chicken sign.
If you stand up on the roof here, you can see the marquee.
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge, ain't it?
It is big.
But I'm glad they put one on that side of town, which is crazy because, 22nd Avenue.
So the reason, logistics. So if you're leaving Jackson and you're headed to Alabama, you exit off there on South Frontage Road and you pull up over to that Chick-fil-A that we got now and you jump back on the interstate and you go. If you're leaving Birmingham going to Jackson, you come through, you exit off 22nd, you go there and you get right back on and go. So you're not, it's a traffic flow.
Nice.
Now they got a parking lot over there that's going to hold twice as many
Well, that's a big parking lot. Have you seen that?
roundabouts, and the way they're going to have this design, it's still, boy, it's
I just want to know where they're getting these employees at. I interview people all the time, and if I get them to come in and just work boots and blue jeans, I'm like, you're almost hired just by showing up in non-shower clothing. It's crazy. But every one of them is so nice, man. I don't think they have my pleasure, man. And if they don't say my pleasure, they're almost sprinting to your truck to be like, my pleasure. I'm sorry I didn't say it. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Have y'all seen that little
that's
short
funny.
where that guy out there in the parking lot taking orders? And because the drive-through, they take order for a mile back.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy told him what he wanted, and he said, "Thank you." He said, "You're welcome." And he took 2 steps and then turned around and goes, "My pleasure, my pleasure." And this black car comes hauling up behind him and slams on brakes. And he's like, "I said my pleasure. Tell him I said." And he grabbed it, put a bag over his head, threw him in the back of the car.
That was the funniest thing I've seen.
And you
lately.
hear a
That's good.
flash in the back of the car, and it drives off. And this other guy comes walking up. "Sir, that'd be $12 and something cents." And he goes, "What happened to that other guy?" "Sir, what other guy?"
Have you ever had a
It's
bad
hilarious.
experience at Chick-fil-A,
No.
though?
Absolutely
I've had
not.
my order messed up one time in all the years, and I'm telling you, not only did they correct it, they made it right. They handed us gift cards for the next 3 meals. I mean, they went out of their way to make
make it
sure.
right.
Yeah, and it wasn't a big deal. It was just they shorted us maybe a sandwich, but it was a huge order for the office. I wasn't mad. I was just like, "Hey, can I just need to get my sandwich?" They're like, and it was an instant, it was like a red alarm.
It's customer
911.
service.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting my good morning over here.
Oh, good. From my mom.
Yes.
Yes, she
Good
told
morning,
me to tell
good
you
morning.
good morning. My mom loves Odie.
So,
See,
did you
I
wink
told
at-
you.
did you wink
I
at her or
told
what'd you
you
do?
people like me out there.
Yes.
well,
yes.
I've seen him getting asked to dance at these proms and things I go to over to old folks. I know what Odie does on the side.
Yeah, they didn't remember asking.
She likes to talk to Odie about the weather. She's a weather nerd. She said, "Did you know he's a diver?"
You got some stiff competition, Scotty.
I know, I'm not winning here at all. So much more coming up with the Jimmy Rogers Festival. We did have some shots fired last night in Clarke County as the high sheriff had to jump out of bed and go check it all out. It would be shots fired on County Road 158. Now, a house was struck. At first, it was reported that someone might be hit, but in the end, it was just a house struck. One person has been taken into custody. The APB went out. I like saying that word. And they made it equipment, and they recognized the car, and the sheriff's department moved in, and they were taken into custody. And as he said about this, was it's hard-working people that work here. They don't be woke up with gunfire. They don't deserve it. They're tired of it, and they're going to put an end to it. So that's good there. Clarke County stepping up to the plate there. On the way, we're going to show you what's the, and I couldn't think of it, the dog that comes in and checks out buildings and sniffs, the drug dog.
We ask this every time.
And I'm blank, but we're going to show you him in action of what he does.
You talking about Cameron's dog?
Yeah. What's his dog?
Oh, gosh.
You blank as I am?
Don't worry, my wife will comment here in just a second. She talks about this dog all the time.
Is it Cujo?
No, it's I don't know, because Dad used to train dogs a long time ago for the state police, so it's a big thing like that now that he deals with the canines again and stuff.
I hate that those people that train
it
it don't name them like Fred and stuff.
Toledo?
Is that it?
I believe Toledo's it.
She knows.
Oh, yep. She's confused.
Yeah, Toledo. Sure, there it is, Toledo.
So it's, he's from Cincinnati in the Ohio area.
I guess that's a bad dog right there, boy.
Oh,
That's some gun, something serious.
No,
old Daniel remembered that. I was a popular tuba player back in the day.
Well, there you go, Mr. Tuba. I heard you made it over the 22nd Avenue Bridge with that thing.
I sure did. It took 30 minutes to walk up to the top of it. Then I had to have a rope to hold me from coming back.
Oh, I had strong winds. Is the dog over at the fire department?
Yeah, Natty's the fire department, the bomb dog.
I'll be honest with you, Meridian's got some stout dogs right now.
You ain't lying.
I mean, got some good, fine dogs.
They can sniff stuff 3 miles. I've been noticing I might could get that job. All this Meridain that I've been smelling. I went to a fire the other night.
That's glaucoma medication.
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you.
Is that what they calling it now?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see. If we're not careful, we're gonna lose some of our eyeglass places around here. They're not gonna be used.
Putting them all out of business.
We'll be right back.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical, 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian, 601-693-6374.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scott. Sometimes don't you wish you could show the behind-the-scenes things that are so funny that...
Yeah, but we're going to start... One of these days we're going to compile that and sell that for a small fee for the behind the scenes.
We've got a traffic backup near Pelahatchie, westbound I-20, Austin tells us there. So if you're headed that direction, plan ahead for that. Go ahead and stop by Chick-fil-A and be prepared to sit.
Get your little chicken minis. They come in a 4 or 6. When they're 8, you go, just go and get that platter.
How big do they come? You can go 8. I do the 4 because I
was gonna say they come in like all kinds of.
They got that big platter.
And if you ask them, they'll fix it for you. If they don't have it on the menu, I feel like Chick-fil-A would be like, "Yes, we will take care of you. My pleasure."
Customize it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Where's Rob when we need him?
Yeah.
As we mentioned, the puppy dog, and I want to show this. It's about 40 seconds, but this is well worth showing them. When you call the Meridian Police Department, you go, "Hey, I think my business has been broke into. This is what's going to happen there." Toledo shows up, and he does what he does best. Let's go here, pull this up. Now, this is them. They're walking to the next door around the corner here. He's waiting for his command. We'll speed this up till we get over here.
You got to announce yourself before you come in. Toledo does a good job of that.
Yeah, he's fixing to announce it.
Yeah.
He's telling the Meridian Police, we're coming in. You better come out.
You get 3 chances. And off to the races we go. Now, he didn't turn up anything there, but let me tell you, that's serious. And let's take a look at what's happening to Meridian. This used to be where they were, is on South Frontage Road, which used to be Buddy's Home Furnishing. Y'all know where that was?
Yeah.
And it may have been a different business since then, but Buddy's is the one that sticks out in my mind that was last there. As we look here, I'm going to use the H word, called the homeless people. Y'all look at this. And they pried their way in here. And of course, I don't know how often the building is checked, but they broke their way in and been sleeping there. You see the damage to the building and just how bad it looks?
You know, if I do have a soft heart for those who are stuck out in the elements, I really do. But here's the thing. You're going to break into this building. How about at least have enough couth to clean up around it? Take care of what you broke. Don't show signs that you broke in there. And if you're trying to get in out of the weather to lay down, take a nap, sleep it out, or whatever else, at least take care of it. But then you come in and you break in, you have zero couth, you tear the door down.
It sounds like you're condoning crime here.
Not at all.
Not draw a line.
Not at all.
It ain't yours. You don't touch it. You don't touch it.
But if you were to do it,
but you're saying if you're going to commit crime, just go ahead and do it nicely. You can't say that, Odie.
Nah, it's not like that.
Oh, yes, it was. You cannot straddle the fence. It's either right or it's wrong.
No, I'm totally wrong. I mean, it is wrong. I don't condone any bit of it.
But you'd think.
You'd
think if you're going to break in, you would do it quietly and neatly and
well, you're not
try
showing
to not
signs.
be noticed.
I'm calling them dumb, not smart.
Oh, not around here. They'll break in, just leave it. You'll know where they're at because they just trash it. They just trash it all up. Yeah.
A wooden floor house because they're cold and it's an abandoned house and they build a fire on a wood floor to keep warm. And the house is burnt down.
Yep.
Now you have nowhere to go.
The Tuxedo area is riddled with that.
I mean, come on. Education has failed. Some of these people.
All around these, and this is near a railroad track, and if you will notice, follow the railroad track. It is where they come into town, they ride the train. It's not the train, y'all don't get me wrong, it's not the train's fault. It's hobos that follow these areas there. I have no idea who that might be. They don't know me, do they?
They're clocks off.
It'd have to be.
Is your insurance paid up on your car?
Maybe a warranty.
They want to sell me some.
Yeah.
But, we just follow this. And there's loads of them that come into our town each day and trash things, and it's not right. What is the answer? I don't know. That was one of the things of during the election that was brought up over and over about the homeless population here and what's going to be done as we've seen areas cleaned out behind Walmart there. Boy, I need to make another trip through there, make sure they hadn't come back. Time to check in on that.
That was a whole community.
It was.
That was.
It's like a village there.
Yep.
I thought I'd bring this up. The Neshoba County Sheriff's Department made a huge arrest yesterday. Sex offender near the Neshoba County Fairgrounds.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Wow. He was laying in a ditch, walling around, and the Sheriff's Department thought, well, what a great time to check somebody. And yes, he was wanted. I believe it was in Florida, if I remember right.
Well, that was one place.
Yes, sir. Several places there. And here he is. Had he been at the Neshoba County Fair? He sure had. I'll say that. I know that much.
He was a worker.
He'll face his charges here, and Florida is going to extradite him back to Florida. So he will get a trip to Florida coming up pretty soon, straight from the Neshoba County Jail. So that is in the works for his vacationing for the summer there. Georgia Carroll, how are you doing this morning there?
No, they're not watching us, so they don't hear.
And Arnold, it does look like California, areas like that, and we just don't want our city to look that way.
They're piled up on the sidewalk at, excuse me, at Cloverleaf this morning. You know, people driving through the interstate looking around going, do we stop here?
Well, it's like, when you get these big businesses, like I think a lot of people forget how, talking about economic class, people sleep, I think, in a lot of it. But, when these big businesses like Bridgestone and, just major companies, they send in guys that are normal, that are not clothed in all the, company logos and all that. Yeah. And they go see what's going on in Meridian.
Yeah.
And they start looking around and they're like, okay, this is that, and then they report back to their, to the findings board or whatever. So, that it is a problem. But like I think you said a few months ago, Odie, there's homeless shelters.
Yeah.
We have the means of helping these people. They just don't want to be helped because they don't want to follow the rules.
That's
I think, what
exactly
is it? Oh, is it the church that you got to be sober? You can't be, drinking or drugs or and there's certain stipulations they have to meet. And they won't abide by it. So therefore they don't have a place to sleep or get cleaned up at night. There's plenty of people willing to help, but
plenty of
they
places.
just don't want to follow the rules. They would rather tear our stuff up, steal from us, go sell the scrap for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
I get on soapbox.
Well, you're like-minded like us. You are a business owner, and when someone speaks from a business owner's point of view, they understand what it takes. Like the $38,000 that you lost last year, that's a lot of money. That's in some cases more than somebody's salary for a year. Gone, stolen.
That'll pay a deposit for a band.
Yeah.
That'll pay a deposit for a really good band for Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah.
We can't let them steal that.
Yeah. Well, then the other thing is, you spend so much money trying to mitigate it. You like barbed wire fence around all my property now. 16 cameras that go to your phone. I mean, it's just crazy.
You're right.
Lights. My gosh, my place is lit up like a football stadium and not now. Because at least if they're breaking in, I can see them. We can see them now.
And that's a good point there of what it costs to protect your business there. Speaking of, as we look at the Jimmy Rogers, let me ask this question on Jimmy Rogers. Have you already started scoping of what's coming for next year?
Was it the day we ended it or the day before? I think we were sitting there Sunday at the gospel brunch going through list of people.
Yeah.
I mean,
we immediately started our list and we're looking at prices, and so it's time to go ahead and start getting things booked. We're looking for people on their way up so we can bring the biggest name we can to Meridian.
And that's another thing I want to address while y'all are here, because y'all understand it. Pricing is used to, you could get a band that was going from here to Dallas and they'd give you a little cut rate along the way. There is no such thing as that anymore. They look at it as we get this amount, period. And so Meridian no longer gets a deal. To where Reba might be coming through years ago, a little was thrown out. It's just not that way.
They got paid for their radio play back in the day. Now we have Spotify for $10 a month, and they get paid for their performances. So that means we get to pay.
Yep. So an act nowadays, there are really no $30,000, $40,000 acts.
Well, you got too many middlemen.
$500,000 for somebody that's got some that people know, and it goes up from there. Yeah. And y'all know that as well as I do.
Oh yeah, some of the prices, some of these big names, like like people, for instance, they throw out these names like, why don't y'all get so and so? Because they're about $500,000. And the thing about it is, when you're selling 2,000 or 3,000 tickets for that one night, you'd have to charge $400 or $500 per person. Well, it's kind of like this example when Marty Stewart brought in Dolly Parton, and I think what was it to get inside his theater? It was $600-700 a ticket.
$600.
That's because Dolly's expensive,
even for him.
Yeah. So I mean, Marty, he all had to offset some of his costs. It's back to economics once again.
We want people to know that the festival is our annual fundraiser, and we do fundraisers throughout the year, not just for the festival, but for the foundation, for education.
You got a museum to run as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if we spend every dollar we make to do the festival, we don't have anything to do throughout the year. Elena's big push when she interviewed with us was education. She wants to get back in the schools. Fine arts and music is always something that's good to have in schools.
And the first thing to get cut.
Yeah,
there
always.
Are schools in this school system that do not have any arts or music, and we have to fill that gap. We have to.
Coming into Meridian, you would never know that we're the home of country music. You have no clue.
They've done a good job of here lately, though, getting the signs out, doing the billboards. I mean, the Meridian tourism.
That has been bringing people into our museums, so that
we
has
have
been exciting.
a lot of history here. Mo Bandy, the list goes on of people that came from here. We got talent here, y'all.
We do.
A lot of talents came from here. I mean, Jamal from, he just American Idol.
He was in our talent competition,
2
just
years
like
ago.
Elvis.
Yep.
Yeah.
He lost too, huh?
He did. did.
He
Yeah.
did. He did on a technicality.
Yeah,
you know.
there were extra points for an original, and you know how he sings Tennessee Whiskey. I mean, he killed it. But there were other people who did covers too, and then we had some originals, and they got extra points. So, but it's okay. The talent competition, you don't have to win. Neither did Elvis. Like, maybe you don't want to win. I don't know.
Turnbow, we were talking. He goes, "Hey, I got a guy. You got to listen to this. I listen to this guy all the time. Tab Benoit."
Oh yeah.
You
I was like,
me.
man. And we're actually going to his concert in October.
Oh, cool.
And he said, "Man, you think they could get him here?" I said, "I don't know." So I called Hunter and I said, "Man, look, I got a name for you. This is the last time you were here."
Yep.
I said, "I figured to send you a video." So, oh man, he is awesome.
He's great.
And that blues night we had this past year, we partnered up with the. All right, hold on, I'm drawing a blank. Who did we partner up with?
The John Hurt Foundation.
And they brought, man, that was a huge night. Like
it was
that,
good.
you know, because usually our festival during the week, our crowd's minimal, people's at work, kids in school, and all that. But I mean, man, the blues community really came from all over. We had people come up from North Mississippi, to come see these guys. They were, man, the blues is a big thing. I mean, and we're bringing it back again, so for sure.
So will the festival lineup be a little bit different? Will we have a shorter period of time? Will this be still stretched out over 25 days?
No, we are doing it structurally differently. Now, the key is we didn't want to lose any one event.
Correct.
So what we've done is we've combined a few events earlier in the year, later in the year. We're still going to keep the gospel brunch. That was a big thing. That was a good
The gospel
success.
showcase. We may not feed people.
Yeah.
But we definitely want people to come and get that gospel experience.
So that's going to be a part of it.
But we're looking at a 3-day deal this year, as far as the actual festival. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the goal is the 7th through the 9th. So we're working on that.
That's good.
Getting
That's good.
a little bit further away from graduation so more people can come. We won't.
Yeah.
It's a special part of our culture. We want people to be able to show up, buy your ticket. That helps us.
And as soon as we finalize booking and get our stuff for show, we're going to go ahead and put it out. Usually
you're not going to hide this.
We're going to be able to come on your show in about the fall and say, "Hey, Scotty, Odie, we have X, Y, and Z coming.
Order your Christmas presents."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're going to do the car show again this year. We're going to combine it with, the talent show. Jimmy's Jam's coming back. I mean, we're just going to kind of combine some of these events and make pretty much all day event out of it. Partner up with some other foundations and different things. So we're not losing anything. We're just going to kind of restructure how we do to keep it easier on us, to make the community want to come out more. And like she said, I mean, we're all about the fundraising aspect and staying in the community because we're trying to give back at the same time. So.
And without a doubt now, I've known Elena now for, 5, 6, 7 years now. She's a hard worker, y'all. And she truly deserves this job of what she's been tasked with. She's good at it. She cares.
She got it in the old heart.
And I'll word it this way in simplicity. It's like going into a convenience store and somebody's standing there looking at you.
Take your order.
And then, she's going to be nice to you, polite to you. She knows her job. And we just want to say congratulations on this. You're going to do wonderful with this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really excited about, people say if it hadn't been for the Delta Blues Museum, Kingfish would have never picked up a guitar. And we've been doing outreach for the last couple of years. I've had Hope Village has opened the doors and said, "Yes, please come in." And we've put instruments in the hands of children who would have never known they had musical ability. There's this one little boy that we have right now, and I mean, there's no telling what these kids have been through. They're there through no fault of their own. And I mean, this little boy, we taught him how to tune his ukulele. Rochelle Putnam helped me, and she's just amazing. And we taught him 2 chords, and he came back playing music. If we help one kid, but there's a whole bunch of kids who are like, "This is awesome," and it's so good for their confidence. And music infinitely makes the world better, and that's what we're here for.
Odie's daddy tried that, and he gave Odie a microphone at an early age, and he ended up at the drive-thru.
All I would do is talk.
Would you like fries with that? I mean, speaking of, that just brought back. Do y'all remember the Tim McGraw song, "Do You Want Fries with That"?
Yes.
Where the guy's at the drive-up, and he takes the order, and it's the guy that's took his wife.
Yeah.
You want fries with that? He's had to work 2 jobs to pay for the car the guy's driving. We'll be right back. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget-friendly, 0 down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12-foot to 16-foot to 18-foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we mentioned, the Neshoba County Fair was going on yesterday, and as you guessed, it is filled with pretty girls, left and right.
They're everywhere.
They are. As we take across through here, look at that. That's Dr. Haley's little baby girl.
Of course.
Absolutely beautiful and heart and all. Look here, Andy Gibson was up there. And, of course, so much went on there at the pavilion there, Mississippi Highway Patrol.
They're waiting.
Let's see what else was going on. Michael Ted was up.
Michael Ted. Is that Tim?
Yeah, Tim's there.
It's hard to
Tim gave me a ride. I was happy to see Tim.
And I don't know the exact title. I'll have to ask him again. But he's gone to work for the city of Meridian.
Okay.
So he's going to be. We'll be hearing a lot more from Al as he'll start representing the city of Meridian there of what's going on. He should be really good at that job.
There's our chief.
Yeah, he's on it there.
Is Greg trying to explain his way out of an arrest?
And of course,
there's the main one right there.
Superstar.
Carolyn is kind of leading the brigade. She really represents. That's Miss Meridian. We'll go ahead and name her that.
Absolutely.
And I thought we had some more pictures than that. Maybe not. Let's see here. Yeah. Here's some more pictures. And as we go down through, Daniel House was there.
He was.
Whoa, MCC all over it.
Yeah. There was a few people there.
Yeah, and then of course our 12 U boys that are headed off to the World.
World Series there.
They did a good job there also. I don't know what they were fighting over the mic.
Both of them can talk.
And of course, a legend in Meridian.
Looking good.
It was
the one on the left.
George. But it was a great turnout at the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, and I hope everybody had a chance. And then I went over to the ringleader of what was going on in Neshoba County, Eric Clarke. Had a lot of fun at his cabin there. And
they got to get some alligators at that cabin. You know, they like some plastic ones or something. I mean, that was the funniest thing.
It was, wasn't it?
All the alligators. And I saw Jody yesterday in Decatur, and we was picking back and forth about it. I just like, what's next? Elephant, zebra, ostrich. I mean, it's got to be something. You know.
Now we had a boo-boo yesterday in Meridian, and. Well, let's just show some pictures from the boo-boo as we go here. Oh, that would be a Meridian Police Department car. What's that big yellow thing, Odie? What's it look like to you?
Anxiety.
That's a road grader.
Typically, you don't see the upside-down version.
Well, they needed to wash that side.
Yeah, it made it easier for power wash.
Surface it. Gosh.
Yeah, buddy. From what I understand, there was an accident there. Possibly somebody slammed on brakes. They attempted to stop, and somehow or another, it went like that. And it flopped to the street.
Pretty heavy piece of machinery.
Yeah, it's real
Isn't that better than turning your trailer over and your vehicle?
And hitting another vehicle? Did they hit another vehicle?
I was at the Neshoba County Fair, so I had people sending. I don't know the details like I normally would.
I didn't hear of one, which is good. You know,
yeah.
That you know.
Well, I mean, and you think about that thing rolling, that could take a cab off a truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easily. But no injuries is what we know at this point. And again, I don't know as much as I know about that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But
sounds like a song.
It could have been too bad, but we wasn't ever called for it.
Let's get a drive-by here. Now,
I would have hated to had to make that phone call. You know, the phone call was awful.
But
I mean, could you imagine just letting somebody know, like, hey, I got a problem? And then my guys do it to me too, and you instantly like this wash of like high blood pressure, anxiety comes over you. But then to hear like the motor grader's on its side, in front of Mid-South.
Yeah.
Everybody's
watching us.
I bet it was a long pause at the end of it.
I'm sure.
A long like. What? Run that by me one more time. I want to make sure the motor grader's on its what now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, had I been on the scene, let's back this up, and my questions that come to mind. Let me back up here. Let me get to this scene here. Here's a good shot of that. Truck's still facing straight. It's not twisted, it's not turned, and it's just laying off to the side. And I'm assuming that it stopped, assuming, we don't know all that as soon as it happened.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I love that word.
Well, you said they slammed on brakes, right?
Uh-huh.
So
it was a ferry.
If it broke the trains or something like that and rolled up and over.
See, I'd have been taking pictures of the chain.
Did we see any chains?
I don't see any on the ground anywhere. But
some Bluetooth ones. Bluetooth wireless. Gosh.
So, like I said, there's some things I don't know about this. But at the end of the day, whatever happened, it's going to be a training session, I believe, for everybody that was involved in this of what to do and what not to do.
Oh, I sent the picture to my guys, and I was like, okay, chain extra today, because something about when you see a picture like that, it will feather over into you. I don't know why, but it just happens. You know, my guys came pulling in with equipment, and it was like a few extra chains. I was like, I'm so proud. It was like a proud daddy moment. I'm so proud of y'all for throwing an extra chain over. But I mean,
that's what we got them for.
Yeah.
Some more binders.
Here's a different view of it.
At least nobody was hurt. I mean,
right.
That could have been.
That could have been on top of a car sitting beside it at a red light.
So at least nobody was hurt.
Yeah, thank goodness it was at.
It looked like the machinery is hurt.
No, it doesn't.
It takes a lot to tear them things.
They have Fops and Rops.
Needs a little paint on the roof.
Them things as tough as woodpecker lips.
Y'all don't know what it's like sitting over here. Y'all have never experienced that.
You ever wonder what goes through his mind when he's not talking?
It's scary.
Yeah.
What is your saying again? What was that again?
It's tough as a woodpecker lip.
Okay.
You got to stand up against
tough.
the pole and whoop on it all day long. I mean,
have you kissed a woman that had woodpecker lips?
Probably.
I'm just asking for a friend.
I think you're setting him up for failure there. You really are. He's going to get a phone call when he leaves like, now what's Scotty talking about?
What was that song? She's as cold as ice.
Yeah.
I had a few with them too.
I can't remember that. That was a rock and roll song.
Foreigner, I think.
Is that,
I think so.
And I'm willing to sacrifice our love. You know that song? I heard it in an elevator one time.
I'm like, Odie, I ain't even going to try to sing. I'm going to sit over here and just talk. Yeah.
Were you like us and not talented? I don't have a. She can, but I can't.
No,
there's 3-1 here.
Yeah, I can't sing. No, it sounds like a bunch of bloodhounds running through the woods if I start tuning up. You know. Yeah.
But we can in our truck sound wonderful at it. I love singing by myself.
Shower. Yeah. Nobody's around. In my mind, I'm a star.
That's right. That's right. I've never complained about myself. Well,
That's right.
I have one time. That was bad.
And I want to comment, and I'm not. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia, at docstoyota.com or on Facebook, and remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
Yeah, the nickname.
My friend Scotty Ray. And the police chief of Jackson, Mississippi, thinks that parents should be charged if a youth is found with a weapon that shouldn't have one.
I'm speechless that was even have to be discussed.
Yeah.
You know, we had a juvenile detention center here one time.
We did,
you know? And I remember that was like our teachers used to threaten us in school, like you're going to end up in juvie one day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they still do that or not. Well, they probably don't, because some parent probably go crying like, "Can't believe you told me to do that."
Well, you're right. Feelings get hurt.
But they go out of town now. Rankin County?
Well, the problem is, and I think any law enforcement would back this up, there's no room in that, so they get an ankle bracelet and then they still aren't.
Well, after we found out that someone lost their life at a grocery store parking lot that had an anklet bracelet, that became inadmissible in court to track him down.
Because that was, 4 years ago, wasn't it?
A little bit longer than that. It was the Mother's Day.
Yeah, yep. That was over in North Hills.
Yep.
Sure was.
And he had an ankle bracelet that put him at the car door. But it was inadmissible because he was a juvenile or something, came up like that.
Yeah.
Caught with his credit card and a baseball cap that was bought with the credit card.
Guilty is guilty. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Guilty is guilty. Y'all remember that. Stuff like that bothers me, and I'm sure it does others as well. Let's see what else is happening here around. We had an explosion in Nebraska. Did y'all hear about that?
Ooh.
We had 2 girls killed and an employee. Just sad that happened there. But out of state where that went on. Let's see what is happening locally. There was the MUB. We mentioned this, and if you're in construction, you know how accidents can happen. We had someone fall off the MUW. They were putting a roof on, and someone fell off. 47-year-old man, Mr. Hernandez, fell off the roof 35 feet and lost his life. Condolences to his family members.
Definitely.
And that's just tough for anything like that to happen. We certainly hate that went on. Let's see here. We were talking about the 12-year-olds are going to be headed out. We really need to push this. This is big here.
And find out exactly where they're going to be.
Some more fundraisers coming up, I'm sure, in between now and when they head off to this. But big for us to make the World Series out of Meridian. 12-year-olds be something they'll remember forever.
That's national televised and everything.
Yes,
so I mean, that's going to be really cool to see. You know, anything that puts Meridian on the main stage of anything is just awesome.
And we have been fortunate. We've had a lot of on-stage appearances
here lately. We sure have.
The tennis center on Northeast was one of 6 cities in the U.S. selected by the U.S. Open to host a watch party. That usually goes to cities like Asheville and, where all the money is. So I'm excited about that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Be cool. Yeah.
Hey, we need to introduce you to Bingo. Have you seen Bingo?
Bingo.
There we are. The fur baby of the week there. If you're looking for a fur baby, they can help you out there. Go by and see Brian, and he'll walk you around.
Man, I love his Facebook post.
He is good, isn't he?
His Facebook posts are awesome. It's fun to watch. He comes up with some things.
Yeah, that's the way to put it there. But if you'd like to help old Bingo out, go by and see them. They'll be glad. We had somebody, let me see if I can find it, that was rescued. Aha. He has been found. This was found yesterday at Bonita Lakes.
Oh, good
Got
job.
separated from his parents there, and he's back. That happened. They picked him up last night about 11 o'clock.
Good deal.
And I think you're talking about Brian. I think that he actually reunited a family with their dog.
He did.
Yesterday. You know, he microchipped it or something.
It was
flyer. It was a flyer. They came by and put a flyer in. So them flyers work. You know, a lot of people think they don't work. They work.
But he reunited somebody that was in a wreck and their pet jumped out and it also had a chip and they were in another state and came back after their dog was found out at the Air Guard base. That's a good ending to stories like that. Don't always get those happy endings, but I like that one. Whatever, but y'all remember this? And it just popped in my head a few years ago when there was a reward that got up to like $10,000 or $15,000 for a pet. Somebody had lost their pet in Meridian, and they were out of state. You remember that?
Yeah.
I never heard the ending of it. This could be 15 years ago because how time.
Yeah, time flies.
Like Carolyn's love life. She never wants to talk about that. I ask her often. She just looks at me.
You should start a call line where somebody can pick up the phone and call you. You know, like we're going to take this call from so and so, just to see what the real audience would say about stuff like that.
That's right.
Now that would be a good 5-minute segment.
It would be all of her boyfriends telling the truth. Well, let me tell you what really happened. Anything else that y'all would like to talk to us about with the Jimmy Rogers Festival as we move forward with this of a new year, and we're going to have some great talent coming up. What should we expect here?
We need you to just get in and help us. The whole town makes it happen every year. I mean, Mitchell and smaller businesses. Our production guy called me or sent me a text, I think Thursday before the festival, and said, don't forget, we need the crane. And I was like, is that you or me? So I called Puckett. They're like, it'll be there, don't worry. So, you know, we appreciate how the whole community just jumps in and helps us. Like,
when is the museum open? That's not talked about a whole lot. When can you go by and just take a look at all this country music stuff we've got?
We've increased our hours, so we're open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 4, and then Saturday from 11 to 2. And if you would like a tour, we've started. Hope Village came and saw me Tuesday. I had 25 kids in there. It was great.
Wow.
So we do big tours. We do small tours. We want anybody who wants to see the treasure that we have in that museum.
Now, y'all would have volunteers come and help. Do y'all need volunteers to sign up?
That would be great. Yes, people say, I want to volunteer for the festival and meet the bands. And I'm like, how are you with museums? Because if we don't have a museum, we don't have a foundation. If we don't have a foundation, we don't have a festival.
And if we lose the name, to say Nashville or Bristol, that's taking away our legacy, of Meridian to Jimmy Rogers. But talking about volunteers, I mean, we have the ambassadors, Chad Vance is heading that up for us. So, there's all kinds of ways to help. I mean, all kinds of ways to help. I mean, we need volunteers at all these events, because without volunteers, it's hard to pay help to come in and do, I mean, because like I said, every event we do is about fundraising. And that's another thing, like, some of these bands we bring in and we're charging, $20, $30 a ticket is like cut rate, half price of what if you went to just say Atlanta to see Red Clay Strays right now, their tickets probably start out at $100. People were paying that night $25, I think. Or I mean, it was crazy. So I mean, if you can't volunteer but you want to help, buy a ticket. Come to the festival. Buy food from our vendors. We get proceeds from them. At all our events. I mean, it's a really good thing. But what we do with our money is we put it back into the community. It stays right here in Meridian. We're putting it in the schools, like she was talking about the music programs that she's fixing to get started up with all these schools coming. I guess in a month.
Oh, I've got a way for them to fund the brunch part of their Sunday deal. Yeah, RW.
I'm scared.
RW.
Stand by.
As much casserole as RW's got from all these women that he's got in his freezer, he could supply the food.
Let's hang on. If you want to do a big one, they let him do a kissing booth, because there's women lined up for this.
Well, now
it's our Casanova of Meridian.
Yes, R.W.
What was that song that Van Halen had? I'm just a gigolo. Wasn't that a song?
That's his theme song.
Wasn't that a song, Elaine?
Oh yeah, that's David Lee Roth, I think.
Okay,
Isn't it?
okay.
Well, I was close.
I don't know who did
It
it
was
before.
David
It's
Lee
probably
Roth.
a cover.
Yeah.
It happens every time his ringtone.
Because he's got to clear his freezer out sometimes because he's got one of those huge freezers that's just stockpiled with all of these daggum casseroles these women get.
And talking about the museum, when you go in there, it's donation based. We don't even charge admission to the museum, but and she can pull the book up if you go in there. But the people that come from out of state just to
Out
come
of
to
the
that
country.
museum. Yeah. Oh yeah. We have.
Yeah.
Where were they from?
There was a man who came to visit us who grew up behind the Iron Curtain, and
Wow.
he told us about listening to Jimmy Rogers on his grandparents' roof in secret. And we shed tears together in the museum about the power of music and how it all started in Meridian, Mississippi with Jimmy Rogers. He said he got arrested in college for showing his college roommates a Johnny Cash album that had an American flag on it.
Really?
We take
Wow.
so much for granted. It's crazy. Come see me at the museum, please.
Look at and just when you're there, just thumb back through the book. I mean, just where these people come from. I popped my head in there one day just to talk to her about something, and there was people from North Carolina that said we growed up listening to Jimmy Rogers as kids, and we just wanted to. They made a trip to Meridian, Mississippi, to our little part of the world to come see that. But while they were here, they also went and looked at the Max, the Children's Museum. I mean, they went to look at all the
We
things
send
Meridian
them
has
to
to
eat.
offer.
Yeah.
We send them to go eat at, our great downtown restaurants. I mean, we are pulling in tourism, and we're proud of that. We're excited about that, and grateful for Visit Meridian and all the signs
they do
that
a
help
lot.
direct people to us.
Absolutely. It's a lot of things that go behind the scenes that a lot of people in Meridian I don't think see. So we enjoy coming on the show with you, Scotty and Odie, just to to always be able to show people like, hey, we're constantly working. We're not just a 1 week a year
All year.
a deal. We're all year long doing something. We meet and talk about what can we do better. We have a really great board. I mean, I'll be honest with you, we've got a very active board, and it's all about how can we make our foundation better. What can we do to partner with somebody like Jimmy Rogers got ties to the railroad. We got Railroad Museum here. There's all kinds of ways to tie everything together and everybody work together in Meridian.
A rising tide raises all the boats.
There's another saying. Boy, we are chock full of these little catchy sayings.
What's going on, don't we?
Yeah, and speaking of going on, I don't know what happened, but I'm getting messages. There was a large police presence over on Grandview and 34th Street.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's knocking. Should I let them in?
No, you might want to run at this point, but there's somebody at the back door too.
So it was a lot of folks over that way. Thank y'all for coming in. We appreciate that so much.
Thank y'all for having us.
Hanging out with us. Odie, as we do this, we got any birthdays today? Anybody
We've got a
admitted?
few birthdays coming in. We've got Gretchen Hogan, who's got a birthday today. Her husband would not tell us how old she was.
Oh.
So we'll trust his
Safety.
knowledge.
That
on
was for safety. That was for his safety.
Yes,
That's
it
right.
is.
That's right.
Safety.
Robert and Shirley Reed celebrating 49 years together. Steve
Still got life to go, I want to remind you.
I'd have been out by now. Steve Byrne, 65 years old today. Happy birthday. And Daniel David Livingston, the big two.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
You can't beat that.
You get to get cake all over your face and have a good time with that.
Why do we stop that at a young age? I feel like when you get like maybe 21, you should have a smash cake or something.
I do too.
Like I feel like that's just like it would be fun.
That you just wipe it.
Or it's like
I'm going to do it. My birthday's on
do it.
Sunday.
All right, we're gonna video it.
Yes.
Oh, you got a birthday coming up?
I do.
Oh well,
And just take the cake and throw it at people too. That
My
yeah.
dog would love that.
Your dog would?
Yeah, she would love that. She would help.
I don't know if Lyle would. He might get a little testy about it. But
He asked me to maybe do it outside. He's pretty reasonable.
Well, we hope it's a big birthday, and we'll remind her. Is it Sunday, you said?
Sunday, yes.
Ooh, any big plans?
We're going to play, my husband and I are going to play at Brick House on Saturday night because they say, what you do on your birthday, you do all year long. So I think it's a good way to kick off the year.
All right, well, have fun.
Thank you.
We'll send everybody out to see you there.
Thank you.
All right, as we end the show, what Bible verse have you got for us today?
I want to mention this for next Saturday for the Bikers for Children. Christmas is coming, and to help those kids, they've got the poker run next Sunday. Go on my page, I'll have this posted. You don't have to have a motorcycle to enjoy this. You can do this from your car too, but poker run. 50-50. 50% goes to the winner, and 50% goes to the Bikers United for Children, and that is an awesome cause. And today, let's see, Philippians 2:3. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain concept. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. Well, don't do anything just for the accolades, just to have it. Make sure if you do something, you do it for the right reason. And one of those reasons is to glorify God Himself and everyone around you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Friday's coming. Just hang on.
Wait a minute. I got word that said that Hunter wanted to yodel before he left.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I can't. Now unless y'all want Brian from the animal control to come over here and be like, we heard y'all had a dog in distress.
Don't do it for yourself. Do it for the glory of God.
yes. We'll find other ways to glorify them.
There we go.
And it is not yodeling.
Noise, and that's what I do.
That ain't no joyful noise. That's just a noise.
And one thing that I wanted to say before I close, and Debbie, who worked with me for years, Debbie Alexander, Scotty Ray and Debbie, her husband passed away. They've been married for 39 years. Mike will have visitation tonight at Barham Funeral Home from 5 until 7. If you'd like to drop by and pay your last respects, they would
Y'all
appreciate
remember him?
Yeah.
Salad Factory. Chili's. That was the last place he was at.
The restaurant that used to be there on, it was a Mexican restaurant.
Right there behind the old mall where Shawnee's kind of next door to
and I can't remember the name of it.
The building's still there.
No, it's gone.
Lafayette Bravo. No,
Did they just get rid of the building too? Okay.
But that's how he came to town. And what a nice guy. Mike loved to fish. A lot of you know him from fishing. But so sad we lost him. But they'll have visitation tonight. Debbie, we're thinking of you, and our prayers go out to you.
Yep.
So we'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning.